This is Soundoff60, Southwest Louisiana's premier sports show.
Moon may be over. You tell us. How does Ed Orgeron handle that immense pressure in college football to win, and of course, what comes being the LSU head coach?
You understand the expectations of LSU. Have the same expectations of myself and my staff.
Yeah.
I've been at Miami, I've been at USC when you expected to win. That's the reason I wanted the job.
Soundoff60 is presented by Merchants and Farmers Bank, where your future is our history. Also presented by Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar, home of Soundoff60. And brought to you by Relief Windows, for replacement windows, doors, and storm force windows. ReliefWindows.com. Here are the guys, Rick, Scooter, and Kevin.
Well, we got a mixed bag of a show tonight here at Walk-Ons. It's Soundoff60, another edition with Guidry, Hobbs, Cerro. 60 minutes. We got a lot to cover, a lot of football, some great news, and then some sad news out of Baton Rouge. Let's start with football on the good side of this thing. Both LSU and McNeese win and stay unbeaten in conference races, guys. That's important. I know it's early on.
That is.
Stay near the top. Be competitive, right?
But you know what? And a lot of us, I guess on the LSU side, myself and Scooter, we're saying we're just waiting because we know those big days are coming when you got to face your Georgias and your Alabamas. And that's when I'll think that I'll really look at that LSU team and say, you know what? They're where they need to be. Because honestly, were you surprised at Ole Miss? I mean, I knew they had great receivers, but were you kind of surprised that they just didn't give that thump that you thought they would have given in years past?
I was expecting their offense to be better.
I was.
I give LSU's defense some credit, unlike you.
Yeah.
You know better than that. You know better than that. But no, and
I understand what you're saying. McNeese is 2-0. LSU's 2-0.
Yeah. No, McNeese is
3-0.
3-0.
Yeah. LSU's 2-0.
That's still. I don't put a lot of stock in that either way. I mean, there's so much more conference to play. It's the way your schedule sets up.
Yeah.
And McNeese has a lot tougher games to play.
But my point is,
LSU has a big win against Auburn, but they have much tougher games.
They got much tougher games ahead.
It's better than the alternative.
It is, Rick. A win is a win. A W is a W. You put it in there.
LSU. See, here's my next point. I just get the impression that LSU people, even the media experts like the man in the middle, college boy here, is just waiting for
You mean I look college age?
No, let's not get carried away. It seems like everybody's waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Yeah,
like all this is going to go in the toilet.
And let me tell you,
that's true.
But the thing I want to bounce back off you guys
to the Tigers, I think.
is Scooter and Rick. Tell me this: is Ohio State really the number 3 team in the country?
Yes, they are. How did we go? It's amazing.
But my point is this. Rick.
We go from the LSU Cowboys to the Buckeyes.
How many games are they going to get by from the skin of their teeth in winning?
Well, it doesn't matter. If you're beating Penn State,
I understand.
You don't dicker with aesthetics.
I understand.
LSU won by 1 point against Auburn.
Watch it. But it's like they're the number 1 team. Shouldn't you prove yourself to the country that you beat people by large margins of victory? Being the number 3 team, Scooter?
40 minutes and
y'all don't see where I'm going with this, but I'm going to tell you later on where I'm going with this, though.
He still doesn't know the format of the show.
Y'all don't see where I'm going.
But after 23 years,
I'm back on it.
Still don't.
Some things I just got to mention.
We got to keep you on the tangent. You know, where LSU's the other shoe to drop, the Cowboys, I'm kind of waiting for the other shoe to come up. I'm waiting for.
What do you mean?
I'm waiting for bigger margins of victory. I'm waiting. I'm not waiting for a shoe to drop. I'm waiting for these guys to really come out of the chute, if you will.
I guess we can say that about LSU too, huh?
Probably.
All right.
He does not know the format of the show.
Yeah, no, he does not after 23 years.
McNeese, the Cowboys, yes, they are doing good, but I'm going to say this. It's very early on for us to be putting.
Part of this, too, is, look, I'm not making excuses because
I'm happy for the Cowboys. Make no mistake. And for Coach Lance Guidry.
They all got to play on the same field in the same conditions. But they had, a near rain fest at Nichols, playing Nichols. Yeah. And then it was constant weather and 7 fumbles against Stephen F. Austin. Yeah. That's going to limit what you can do offensively.
It is.
And it did. We'll get into that.
Fumbled 7 times.
7 times.
No, the game 7. Cowboys had 5, and they lost 3. But total.
I mean, I don't care. Both teams 7.
Hey, you need to put some of that Lester Hayes glue on those gloves, right? And to keep the ball in the midst. All right. So we have an interesting question. when we get into the Cowboys and the Lumberjacks and looking ahead in regards to a Lance Guidry decision to pull starting quarterback James Taberry at a critical juncture late in the game and put in a backup in Cody Orgeron to win the game, to hang on the ball and run the clock.
And
out.
you've got to
talk about.
And you've
that.
got to know why that was done.
It was interesting.
You got to know why that was done too.
We'll get into it.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
And we know why, but
Saints,
we'll talk about it.
The Saints in New York, New Jersey, run away from the Giants in a big win. Control Odell Beckham, control Eli Manning.
They did.
I think I'll get into more of this with that one or two little pieces of that defensive puzzle. If it just comes together, this team can go on a major
Well, that
run.
was the story of that game, how much better the Saints defense looked.
Yes.
And, I know the Giants aren't a great team, but they've got some talent on offense.
They do. They do have a lot of talent.
I will give them credit there. Anybody think they would be 3-1 after that opening game?
No.
After the second game, would you have thought 3-1?
No.
I know I wouldn't.
And boy, we're going to talk about the Saints gauntlet.
But-
Speaking of
But
gauntlets,
they're a little like LSU too. The meat of their schedule is
It's
yet to
coming.
come.
You know,
Very
we
quickly.
talked early on the season about the Saints, and with the absence of Ingram being out those 4 games, how bad do you think they would have missed Alvin Kamara if he would have been gone for 4 games?
Good question. We'll leave that for an answer later on in the show.
How bad do you think
All
they
right,
would have
I
missed
got an
him?
interesting take on Kamara when we get to the Saints.
Let's shift to a
he's
tragic
something
story
else,
out
man.
of Baton Rouge over the weekend, late Friday or early Friday morning, if you will. LSU forward Wade Sims from Baton Rouge. His dad.
Dad from DeRidder.
His dad
DeRidder,
played
so
there
they
when
have
I was
local
there.
ties.
Dad played on the teams with first with Chris Jackson,
Yes.
then Shaquille O'Neal.
And he wore his dad's number.
Yes, he did.
In honor.
44.
And
Tragically.
I did not know Wade Sims well, but I covered Wayne a little more extensively.
Right.
And
Yeah.
and I'm so sure it's just a wonderful family.
Yeah.
And why is it the good guys?
I don't know.
This always
It's
happens.
crazy, but I'll tell you this, Rick. As a parent, all of us as parents, that's the last thing you want to have to deal with is bearing a child.
Yeah.
And I mean, when Wade and his would come down here and watch them play in the top 28 at Burton, him and his wife Faye, they would stay with us.
Really?
That's how close we were.
Yeah.
And it's sad. I'm definitely going to be in Baton Rouge for Friday and
tragically
Saturday.
shot in a melee fight
Off
the
campus of Southern.
University
Right off
at a
campus,
fraternity
yeah.
party, and it was 12 midnight, 12:30.
12:15, I think.
Something like that. You know what they say. And look, basketball coach Wade,
And not-
Will Wade, again, AD Joe Oliva, obviously, one of the saddest days in their athletic careers to have to get news like this. And it's a cliche that holds. The cliche is nothing ever good happens after 2. But in Baton Rouge or East Baton Rouge Parish, we might need to move that up to midnight. Okay, nothing ever.
You're
good.
overreacting.
But
Well,
I
I'm
just think,
overreacting.
but Rick,
Look,
the thing is,
It wasn't like he was in an awful part of town or anything. He's right there on
No.
the southern
Yeah.
campus.
Yeah.
no,
But
no.
I
but-
think
He was outside of a fraternity party.
it
apparently.
was a
Yeah,
lot. It
and-
was a
and-
lot going on that weekend. It was Southern's homecoming,
Things
and
can get sideways.
You get a lot of elements put into things sometimes that makes things a little bit bigger than what they are. And a lot of times, when I was at LSU, guys, we went over to Southern for whatever reasons, just to hang out and meet people that was from Lake Charles to visit and stuff.
Yeah.
We looked at kind of funny because like, what you guys doing over here? What should you be on the other side of town? But it was never anything that escalated to anything. And I think what happened.
Different generation, isn't it,
Yeah.
Kevin?
And
Different
kids
generation.
nowadays, you can't just get into a fight and say, hey, you got me, you beat me, dog. I'll live to talk about it
Authorities,
again.
authorities already in East Baton Rouge Parish have arrested the alleged shooter, the suspect, who admitted to police that
He did.
He had the gun and he intentionally shot Sims. So
Yeah.
he passed at the hospital. So our prayers and thoughts to the Sims
So
family.
sad.
By the way, the
So sad.
LSU game ended at midnight.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. You're gonna make a point of that?
No.
All right. Okay. All right. Wade Sims from the LSU basketball team, dead at the age.
Keep them
of
in their prayers,
20.
for real.
Soundoff60 is brought to you by Walk-Ons Bistro and Bar, where great food, your sports, and good times roll. Stay here. The boys will be right back.
For nearly 85 years, Merchants and Farmers Bank has provided dependable, personal banking for Central and Southwest Louisiana. I saw your new boat last week, Chuck. Looks like fun. We have 8 convenient locations, checking and savings accounts, online bill pay, mortgage and personal loans, even a new app that allows you to take a picture of your paycheck and deposit it. Can't wait to see your kitchen remodel, Pam. Come in today to open a personal account. Merchants and Farmers, your future begins with our history.
What do you call a great beer with more taste, only 96 calories, and 3.2 carbs? We call it Miller Lite. What are you holding? Miller Lite. Hold true.
Well, Relief Windows is going to get quality. We're going to make sure that the job is actually ordered correctly. Experienced measure tech, experienced salesman, experienced installer. Service. Customer satisfaction, that's our #1 product. At Relief Windows, you're going to get somebody going to show up on time, do what they say they're going to do. Nobody's going to run with your money. We're going to take care of you. At Relief Windows, we're not only windows, we're windows, doors, hardy plank, and vinyl siding. But our #1 product is customer satisfaction.
On or off the field, training and experience matter. As a board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeon, Dr. Brett Cassio has the training and experience to help you get back in the game. Award-winning research, the latest orthopedic techniques, right here at home. Cassio Sports Medicine.
Preparing a meal, it's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Drew's favorite season? It's seafood lanyap season, only at Walk-ons.
All right, welcome back to Walk On. Soundoff60 round 2. Before we get into LSU football, baseball, MLB playoffs get underway. The Astros are in. These guys over 100 wins. They're solid. Bregman, every time he gets up to the plate, not every time.
Not every time, Rick.
Seems like one
just
out of 3 he's hitting a home run.
He is hitting it.
They're going to make another run.
By the way, did you see what Jeff Bagwell said about Bregman?
No.
Great line.
No.
Said, you bring your son to the game and you point at Bregman and you tell your kid,
that's who I used to,
that's the way you play the game.
Okay, I thought he would say that's the way I played.
No,
that's
okay. That's the way you
fun
play
to watch,
the game.
and he has turned
that is
into,
good.
Well, he's probably had a great work ethic at LSU.
Oh,
he set the foundation there.
Well, that more or less leads on to what kind of player you become as a professional too. How you played in college, Rick. So definitely, good program too, LSU
in the baseball playoffs. All right, shifting to Baton Rouge and the LSU Tigers. I don't know. They threw on first down. They threw on second down. They threw on third. This is look. Ensminger, is he going? Is he getting into the playbook?
Rick, you got it.
Is he? Yeah. Rick, I mean,
they're
time
determined they're going to be 50-50.
They ain't determined. There's no way they can't be.
I thought it was a little bit of, and you know, like I don't know with LSU, you watch them a little bit too critical, and I think sometimes, like you were talking about in the first segment, waiting on the next shoe to fall.
Yeah.
I thought their receivers, but you have to balance it with, well, it was Ole Miss's defense.
They're not that good, Scooter. Okay, can I just say that? They're really not that good,
Okay, you've
Scooter.
already said it. Okay. Don't elaborate.
They're not that good.
But I thought it was a little bit of a coming out party for the LSU receivers. Man, they got a flock. They got like 20 of them.
Right.
But it really hadn't come together that much with the receivers. I thought the receivers, and it was by far Joe Burrow's best game. They got his feet involved.
Yeah, well, look, they're
Orgeron doesn't really want to jump in with both feet, so to say, with Burrow running, because that tells me how much farther ahead Burrow is ahead of Miles.
Well, speaking of further ahead, though, he's new, and he didn't have very long to work with these young receivers. timing and
Timing
getting
is
to know
what-
their moves
timing.
and their speed. So yeah, it's good
And
that
it's-
they're continuing
The
to have these receivers come out.
most amazing thing to me is they've done this with 5 different offensive line combinations.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
this week it'll be 6.
That's
Yeah.
incredible.
It'll
That's
be
incredible.
6 different
Yeah.
combinations.
Well,
But I guess one of the things that get, and really one of the surprises of the year perhaps, is Nick Brossette at
Yeah.
running back.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, he's done well, all right? He's shown he's an SEC back. But that's not what LSU's used to future NFL stars.
First round draft
at
pick.
running back.
First round
They
draft
don't
pick.
have
Heisman
that.
Trophy winner
He's
candidate.
he has done as well as he could have possibly dreamed of, but you still don't have that explosion at
but
running
I like
back.
Edwards-Helaire too. I mean,
Look,
But
It's
you're not going to confuse either one of them
No,
with
no,
a
of course-
Fournette
no,
or a
no.
Geis.
But the thing is this,
what I'm
guys.
saying.
When you get into the meat of things, which is coming after Florida, it gets crazy. Georgia, Alabama, those teams, Rick. Let me tell you, you and Scooter, what they do. They can take away what you do best because they're that talented with the people that they've got. Then when they do that, what do you do? What
Okay.
do you do?
Well, let me ask you this though.
Okay.
Kevin.
And that's
one
what LSU's
thing
gotta be
I would
prepared
give
for.
Yeah. What does LSU do best? I'm not sure there's one thing they're hanging their hat on right now. They kind of do everything pretty good.
This is my thing, Scooter.
I don't think there's
If
one
Nick-
thing. If you're watching them, I don't know that you would say, we got to take him out of this.
No,
I
that's
don't
valid.
know there's one guy.
That's valid.
Well, because nobody has come up and has been that superstar yet. I mean,
Well,
Jefferson.
maybe that's
Jefferson,
not a bad.
Jefferson is on the way. He's on the way.
Jefferson is the
I see.
closest thing
He's-
they have
Thank you.
got
He's
to
on
a
the way.
go-to.
Yes. But my thing is, when you got a team, and I keep saying this, guys, because they've got to know that this is coming. You can't play each week and expect to do everything you do same, and expect to be successful.
Well, they know that.
Bama is going to make you do things you've never done before. Rick, they may have
Hey,
to
you
throw
got-
on every down.
You
and
got
they
another
may-
month for that. You
And
don't
they
have
may
to.
have to. They may have to. I'm waiting for them.
Do
to
it
get
now.
I'm waiting.
Do
for
it
them
now.
To get the tight end more involved. He's
Do
a
it now.
talented tight end. I mean, let's see.
Well,
let's see with this thing. Look.
Yeah,
the-
but they've kind of had to keep him in the pass block.
the block.
too.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
the-
So
that's
what
been
is
the problem
what
with
is
them.
the MASH unit look like vis-a-vis this offensive line?
I mean, they lost another one this week with
If you-
Lloyd
Okay, I asked the
Cushenberry,
question
the
again. Are
center.
they going to get Ingram back? No, it's still enough.
No, Ingram. no.
Okay, so
I
let's
don't
put
think
that
so.
off
I
to
don't
the side.
think
No,
you will ever
it's-
see him again.
It's just, when I look at LSU, like I looked at them this week, the one thing that I want to see different and I want to see more consistency in, Rick, is when you get into the third and fourth quarter, you can't give up third down plays and give the ball back to the offense. You
want
cannot
you
do
want
that.
drive sustained.
You have to, Rick.
I got
You have
it.
to,
Yeah,
Rick, because let me tell you something. When you're playing against a Georgia and then Alabama, if you give me the ball,
Okay.
two things are going to happen. I'm either going to score or kick a field goal. I'm
All
not
right.
giving it back to you with
Coming
nothing.
up, they go back to Gainesville. It seems like every year they're going to Gainesville.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
play-
that two-year deal.
Well,
That's that
we
two-year
know all
deal
about
we
that
got.
story. All right. So Dan Mullen goes to Starkville, beats his old squad in Mississippi State.
That was a surprise.
You're taking 13-6. Okay, it's a win. It's a win. Are you taking Mississippi State now out of this gauntlet, or can they
Mississippi
still be
State.
a threat? No, they got Florida, but
Mississippi State. I don't think Florida's going to give LSU that big a time.
they
Saturday.
always
I
have
don't.
talent defensively,
Yeah,
right?
but Florida
And
is not the team that you.
Felipe Franks, given the right coordinator and the right kind of football, he can be the best quarterback in the SEC.
Hey,
Am I right or wrong?
You're wrong.
I know
You're
I'm wrong. I'm just kidding. I'm just
You're
kidding.
wrong.
I'm waiting for you guys.
I'm just going to tell you you're wrong.
He used to be an LSU
you
commitment.
can't ever.
He was not a commitment, right? He committed to LSU for a
Yes,
period.
he
Yeah.
did, yeah, for a
He's
long
just-
time.
Let me
I
tell
know,
you.
he just hadn't panned
Let
out.
me tell you one thing, guys. When you have a Devin White, you're never safe. On defense,
he's a
the
monster. All right.
offense,
Okay.
you're
So-
never
So
safe.
what do the Tigers have to do to beat the Gators?
Well, you just
Do what
gotta
they do.
prepare.
Just go at 'em.
It's
Just go
probably
get
going
'em.
to be an ugly game. Florida and LSU have always just. I mean, it's going to be a physical. It's going to be a line
In
of
Gainesville,
scrimmage
yes,
game.
yes.
Just like last year's was. That wasn't the prettiest game last year, but you know, LSU last year was coming off that loss to Troy.
Yeah.
I forget. I think Florida had lost the week before. Both to everybody in the country had written off both teams,
Right.
and neither one of them played great. But they played their asses off that day, and LSU snuck out of there with a 1-point win.
Yeah, you'll be satisfied with a 1 or 2 point win, right?
Oh, yeah. If you can get
I
out
would
of
be
that.
A win is a win, Rick. Make no mistake.
And
But
then, of course, Mississippi State.
I want to see
you
more
don't dicker
productivity.
with aesthetics, there aren't going to be any in this game.
I agree with that. Or is it, no, after Florida, it's Georgia. And then Mississippi State.
Man, it's crazy. It doesn't get.
All right, Kevin. It's coming. It's coming. All right. We're going to take a break here at Walk-Ons. Coming up later on in the show, Ryder Cup. Oh, what a thrilling weekend that was, huh? Saints, Who Dat Nation rolling on, but when we come back, it's Cowboys and Lumberjacks from the hole when we return to Walk-On.
All right.
Soundoff60 brought to you by Merchants and Farmers Bank.
Enjoy a more reliable, responsible, intelligent, and connected indoor environment that easily adjusts to your preferences, no matter where you are. Uncompromising, unmistakable. Luxair. Get connected with a Luxair dealer near you by visiting luxair.com/solar supply.
This is Brandon Holly, 6'2", former college football player. He and his steel crowbar can't get through this Storm Force impact window from Relief Windows. Call 337-456-1699.
For nearly 85 years, Merchants and Farmers Bank has provided dependable personal banking for Central and Southwest Louisiana. I saw your new boat last week, Chuck. Looks like fun. We have 8 convenient locations, checking and savings accounts, online bill pay, mortgage and personal loans, even a new app that allows you to take a picture of your paycheck and deposit it. Can't wait to see your kitchen remodel, Pam. Coming today to open a personal account. Merchants and Farmers, your future begins with our history.
Still swinging? Get your Storm Force impact windows from Relief Windows today. Call 337-456-1699. 456-1699.
Tired of ineffective radio and newspaper ads? Give billboard advertising a try. With over 250 billboards in the Lake Charles and Baton Rouge areas, AdSource Outdoor is a great way to get your business noticed. Call us at 337-477-4470. Get spotted with AdSource.
Hi, welcome back to Walk-Ons, where everybody needs a little playing time, and backup quarterback Cody Orgeron got maybe a little bit more than he expected. We'll get into that.
At a crucial time.
At a crucial time. We'll get into that a little bit later on as we get into the Cowboys and the Lumberjacks and look ahead to Abilene Christian next week at the Hole. And let's just say right from the beginning, if it doesn't stop raining, all right, the McNeese budget and the attendance and the gate receipts at these games is going to put them in a hole financially.
Really?
Nickel State should have been near a sellout. That's how big that game was.
Oh, sure.
And that monsoon that hit at least chased off a couple of thousand.
And you know, McNeese has always been such a walk-up crowd, too.
Yeah.
I mean,
when you get bad weather, and this game, it was just dismal, drizzly, rainy. The whole game, it was under probably 2,500 fans there. That's how bad.
And do you think Scooter and Scooter has said it before that they've been able to coexist even when LSU plays at home? Does that have any effect on it?
Well, LSU didn't start till 8:15.
It's all weather. And that weather played a role in this game because they had a total of 7 fumbles. McNeese had 5. They lost 3. Stephen F. was putting balls all over the
I don't buy that. I don't buy
all over. Now, some of it was hard hits. Some of it was hard hits. But you talk to the coaches. They're just saying, hey, it's humid. The balls are wet. It's just this constant drizzle. Did LSU hang on to every ball they had? They had some fumbles, right?
One of them was a bad exchange. The other one got the
maybe they wear better gloves than McNeese. I don't know. They go up 14-0.
Yeah.
And they have to fight off Stephen F. And they win 17-10. Again, at home, Stephen F. Barely beating Not Incarnate Word. They barely beat somebody the week before. Of course, McNeese is going to get their best.
So what are you trying to say is that I think the same way LSU sometimes that you feel about McNeese?
I just think a margin of victory. Now, a win is a win. Win is a win.
This is me, Rick. When you look at a team that puts up a margin of
when
victory.
You take the glasses off, that means you get really serious?
Yeah, I do. Okay. That means that you're getting consistent with what you do best because you know how to do it. When you're finding teams that are scoring very low, to me, and Ole Miss was not that good for LSU not to put up at least
We're not
50.
talking about LSU.
I know that, but I'm making a point about McNeese, okay, if you listen. And when McNeese plays a team that you feel at home, my whole thing at home, Rick, that's your advantage. That's when you show off.
That's when you
question
Lance
it's
Guidry
when
on
you
that
at home.
after the game, and yes, on paper,
because you want your fans to see just what you
he
have.
expected more offensive production.
Of all
But
the coaches I have ever been around,
that's
your boy, Bill Arnsparger, was the one college coach, I think it was his pro background. He didn't get all upset if your LSU teams beat an outman opponent by 3 points.
No.
He just wanted to win.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're almost halfway through the season. You just win.
Look, but Scooter, let me say this.
Don't get hung up on the aesthetics.
We're in a day and age right now, by margin of victory, it does make a difference at the end of the year. Am I correct, Rick?
A lot at maybe the FBS. I don't know so much on the FCS, but I disagree with Hobbs in this standpoint. When you get that margin of victory, it does show where you're improving.
Yeah,
and you want to get better.
Hello? Did I just
for
not
the
say that?
Cowboys, no offensive continuity, no rhythm. Some of it was the conditions they were playing
And
in,
I can understand that.
Some of it is Stephen F. Austin took away some
Yeah.
things. You got to make adjustments. And look, Stephen F. Austin's new coach, new players, sometimes you give them your best effort and you don't play as well.
You do.
So, I mean, this was an 14-0. You know, and then all of a sudden I thought, oh, we're going to cruise.
Yeah.
And then Stephen F. got a little tough.
They're back in it.
Late fumble, late in the game, deep in Cowboy territory. All of a sudden they get a touchdown at 17-10. We got a new ball game.
Yeah, Rick. Quick.
And then we get near the end with time running, and Cowboys are going to try to run the clock down. And James Taberry, starting quarterback, senior, is on the sideline, and Cody Orgeron is running the offense with under 3 minutes to play to basically, ice this game.
Well, didn't he
Interesting.
say it was to give them the run option at quarterback? I mean,
Yeah.
Taberry's not running.
He is not.
And that's pretty smart on
maybe
Coach Guidry.
Maybe that's why
What?
Orgeron has played a little more in the early games than everybody thought.
I'll buy into that because look, Cowboys need to win every game, and Guidry, they put in a lot of work, and they want to win every game. So you're going to put out the guy that's going to give you the best chance to win, and that was Guidry's comment. I'm going to put the guy out there that's going to give me the best chance to win in this microcosm of a situation.
And he knows that kid better than any of us that's sitting here right now. He knows that kid.
I kind of raised an eyebrow on
Kid
it.
that had
but he
a
knows
key
it.
turnover in the BYU game.
He did.
And that was throwing.
He did.
And
So
I
did.
assume Guidry wasn't planning on throwing it.
And no, they weren't really planning on it. He threw it deep a couple of times.
And when
but it
you
was-
look at weather conditions like that, Rick, you have to look at making adjustments because you know that by trade, he's a much better runner. So therefore, my chances of him getting in trouble.
The only reason why
I'm more comfortable with him getting in trouble
running. The only reason why I questioned Guidry on the move after the game was he's young. Okay? I mean, he's young, guys. This is his first year really playing a lot.
Now wait, Ricky.
And then, you're right.
Now
One
wait.
year as a quarterback in high school. So
when you
but
say
Guidry's
young,
well, he is young.
This is what gets me when
He's
you
a
say young.
redshirt sophomore.
This is what gets me when you say young. This kid has been around football all his life.
And that's exactly what Guidry said, and you're right. And I agree with that. He's a coach's son.
But he
He's
spent
smart.
most of it on a tennis court.
And that's true too, Scooter.
And
Okay.
he's smart. I understand that. But boy, that's a bit of a gutsy move.
It is. But
Put
you know
in your
what?
backup quarterback.
By knowing a
that's
player's
gutsy move.
character,
I mean,
you can make that call
are
only
you
by knowing.
surprised that Lance Guidry
But Rick,
did something?
let me say
I
this,
wouldn't
Rick.
have done it.
Are you
I wouldn't have done
surprised?
it.
Let me say this. You look at a player's and as a person's character, Rick, by seeing them every day and knowing exactly what they can handle and what they can't handle. And Lance Guidry knows that better than any of us sitting here tonight. To say, you know what, my chances are much better with him.
I trust
You have to. That's what you go on.
There you go. All right.
That's what you go on.
All right. So they're unbeaten.
They are.
They're 4-1
Go,
unbeaten in the
go
South.
Cowboys.
Sam Houston wins. They bounce back. Nichols wins. A big
Nichols
one at
beating
Lamar.
everybody, man.
Not McNeese. And Central. So this race is still tight up the top, and it's Abilene Christian coming in Saturday night, and they might be a bit more improved. So we'll see. I got you. A lot of football to be played.
Cowboys, just keep winning.
Here's what I wonder.
But you know what's key in all of this? Just like you say, in the microcosm of all of this, Rick, what's the most important thing out of all of what we're talking about? Everybody's got to stay healthy.
Yeah, well, yeah.
If we get anybody that's hurt, that's of importance to this team, Rick, it's crucial.
Interesting you should say that because Parker Orgeron got knocked around again.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know no word yet on how bad that knocked around is.
Yeah.
He might have to sit out. And they might
Is it
rest him
concussion
probably.
protocol?
I don't know. I don't want to say that because I don't know. Let's hope not.
Yeah.
Because the young man has had several.
Yeah.
He's had several
Yeah.
concussions.
They don't play with that.
And he
They don't-
is really their best sure-handed receiver.
They don't
All
play
right?
with that.
They need to get Chris Livings back, and they should get him back on the defensive end side because they've lost. And that Florida transfer had to go home to Florida for family emergencies. Canovas Davis, who can be a big-time player. I mean, he played bunches for Florida. He played bunches for Florida. All right. So Cowboys win Abilene Christian on Saturday. All right, when
Cowboys.
we come back, we'll take a break here at Walk-Ons again. Ryder Cup. We got a little bit more baseball. We've got some NFL. I want to get into this NFL competition committee with this quarterback thing.
Yes.
All right. I want
Let's
to
talk
argue
about
that.
that. Let's talk about
All right,
that. I
we got
love to.
Saints and Giants coming up next.
Soundoff60 brought to you by Relief Windows for replacement windows, doors, and storm-force windows. ReliefWindows.com.
Preparing a meal. It's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Drew's favorite season? It's seafood lanyap season. Only at Walk-Ons.
Every minute is a mile, dear. Check to check, year to year.
For nearly 85 years, Merchants and Farmers Bank has provided dependable personal banking for Central and Southwest Louisiana. I saw your new boat last week, Chuck. Looks like fun. We have 8 convenient locations, checking and savings accounts, online bill pay, mortgage and personal loans, even a new app that allows you to take a picture of your paycheck and deposit it. Can't wait to see your kitchen remodel, Pam. Come in today to open a personal account. Merchants and Farmers, your future begins with our history.
Here we go.
33-18 was the win over the Giants, with the Saints and Who Dat Nation coming back down to play a Monday night game this coming Monday against the Washington Redskins, still out of that Eastern NFC East. All right, so again, third straight win, coming off the season opening loss.
Yeah.
Things are kind of gelling, coming together. Let me say this for the
Week
record.
2 loss, too. Remember, I still count that game as a loss.
Okay.
So,
This
Ingram,
defense, here's if they can get anybody, and I don't care if it's by committee, anybody to play cornerback decently opposite Lattimore. The safeties are improving.
Lattimore didn't play well early. And
I thought he did okay.
Yeah, he played pretty well.
Yeah.
He played very well yesterday.
And, and again, I mean, Cam Jordan, Sheldon Rankin's tough. Linebackers doing what they're supposed to do. I'm serious, guys. And the safeties continue to improve. If they can find some consistency at that one cornerback, and they went into this game 30th ranked against the pass, but 6th against the rush. I'm talking about the Saints defense now.
Yeah.
That pass
I thought there
defense,
were 32 teams in the NFL.
30th.
30th.
But they're not dead last.
They
They're not-
had to be, huh?
No, they were ranked
No.
30th
No.
against
I
the
thought
pass
they would
going
have
into
to
that
be.
game. All right,
Who's
so
worse? Better
I don't
hope
know.
they don't play Drew Brees.
I don't know, but there we have it. So again,
Yeah.
incremental improvements. Y'all agree or disagree?
Oh,
I agree.
that's more the
agree.
defense.
I
Oh, that
agree.
was leaps and bounds improvement.
Leaps and bounds. Now I know it's
I
Eli
agree.
Manning,
Yeah.
who's
And that's-
limited at this point in
Yeah.
his career, but
But he still throws the ball.
he can still throw the football. But guys, I
Still
like
got
what
good
this
receivers on that.
very good receiver. I like what this Saints defense is doing against the run.
Well,
I mean,
you lost it all of it. They were doing pretty well against the run all along.
all along.
It's just people were throwing it over their
the
heads.
top, and
Yeah.
they're just killing them.
Yeah.
all
I mean, you
along.
don't notice that.
The
They
big
were
plays.
no
It's what
touchdown
got me in trouble.
passes by Drew Brees.
No.
None. How rare is that?
How rare is that?
And they still win by 15. Holy smokes.
I don't know. It's
Alvin Kamara. This is a team that has a boatload of stars.
Did you realize this kid was this important to this team? I didn't.
This young man.
I didn't.
He is just.
I bet you
he is just special.
Nobody will be happier to see Mark Ingram come back.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't think he could go the whole season.
No, he couldn't.
He's a freak athlete. He is a freak athlete, but you don't want to push that.
And the thing is,
let me make a statement. Y'all agree or disagree? And it hit me yesterday watching the game.
Yeah.
And I don't know why it didn't hit me before. I really haven't heard anybody else say it. Alvin Kamara, who's what, a third-round pick?
Yeah.
Something like that?
In the third round.
Alvin Kamara is what Reggie Bush was supposed to be.
It's not a bad point.
Yeah.
Heisman Trophy
And,
winner.
don't get
and
me
all
wrong.
that. Yeah,
I like
everything.
Reggie Bush.
Yeah, I did too.
I did too.
Reggie Bush, you know, some people even called him a bust. I didn't agree with that. He made too many big plays for the Saints. But was he worth the second overall pick?
At the
But
time.
Kamara is exactly what everybody was expecting from Reggie Bush.
You're right. I'm with you on that.
He's
the impact that Kamara's had.
Yeah.
That's a little bit different team, a little bit different NFL, maybe. Okay,
It is.
It's been a few
Still
years.
Drew Brees.
I know.
But I think what he brings to the table, guys, that's most fascinating about this kid is that he can really, you can almost label him as a receiver. You could put him in the slot, Rick. You could honestly put him in the slot.
Put him out wide.
And,
you know,
put him out wide.
He's that talented.
They'll do that more now that they have Ingram back.
Yeah. That's a great word.
But yeah,
fascinating, because he's a fascinating player. The way he glides, the way he runs, his balance. He's fascinating.
As a former defensive back, that is the one kid that I would not want to meet in open field.
Yeah. Oh no.
Your chances of getting him down are slim.
His ability. His ability to that burst of speed. At just a
even
drop
when
of a
you
dime.
hit him, Rick,
I know
it's not a solid hit.
Yeah,
it's not a solid hit.
He has a great feel for how he's going to get hit, and then his balance is just unimaginable to me. Unimaginable. I'm just you know, I got a bromance now with Kamara. I'm getting off Tom Brady.
He is that though. But you know what? I think out of anybody on that team, the one guy that I think probably appreciates him the more is probably Drew Brees.
Oh, of course.
Because let me tell you something. When Drew Brees gets in a bind, you know who he's looking for.
Let me quickly shift.
You know who he's looking for.
Quickly shift to
It's no
Sean
secret.
Payton's
He's looking
newest
for him.
and most favorite toys. This Taysom Hill guy. I mean, what else can he do?
I don't know, but do you sit there?
Reserve quarterback.
You almost.
Rick,
okay.
You saying is this kid returning a kickoff? Is he really returning a kickoff?
Is he throwing a pass on a fake punt?
On a fake punt.
I sit there and I'm like, okay, this has been a lot of fun, but y'all are starting to milk this gag too far.
Too much.
You know what I mean?
I say milk away.
I'm with you.
Milk away.
But I'm thinking, now what else could you almost want to tune in next week to see what are they going to do with
this
it.
is the thing that bothers me.
Great football.
He's a quarterback, and you know they're not guys that handle the ball that much in run situations. But you got this kid on kickoff return.
Wildcat.
On kickoff
Special
return, Rick?
teams, yeah.
You're not afraid he's going to fumble the ball?
Doesn't matter. He can run as a running back. And then he could have had a touchdown pass. I mean, that was a well-thrown ball.
Yeah.
That was a well-thrown ball in the end zone. He's another. What's the word, Kevin?
Fascinating.
He's another one.
That's the word. That's the word of the day,
Mark
Rick.
Ingram,
Fascinating.
the 4-game suspension is mercifully over.
Yeah.
Finally, he's going to be in, and he'll be motivated, well-rested. He's been working out in Florida. He's coming back for a Monday night national game against the Washington Redskins.
Give it to him 42 times.
So they give Kamara the night off?
Maybe.
Yeah. Give it to him
It'd
42
be nice,
times.
It'd be nice. He's going to have an impact. He's going to have an impact.
Give it to him 42 times.
I can't wait for that. That's
going to be a good game.
Keep the ball. But later on, and we're going to run down the games.
Yeah.
Let's talk about a gauntlet.
Oh, they got. Yes, they do.
Talk about a gauntlet.
Yes,
All
they
right,
do.
We'll take a short pause here at Walk-Ons. We'll come back with more. We've got some high school football to talk about.
Yep.
And with the Ryder Cup later on. I don't know how much more we're going to get into the Ryder Cup because it was dismal. Coming back in about 2 minutes. Stay right there.
But Relief Window is going to get quality. We're going to make sure that the job is actually ordered correctly. experienced measure tech, experienced salesman, experienced installer. Service. Customer satisfaction, that's our #1 product. At Relief Windows, you're gonna get somebody gonna show up on time, do what they say they're gonna do. Nobody's gonna run with your money. We're gonna take care of you. At Relief Windows, we're not only windows, we're windows, doors, hardy plank, and vinyl siding. But our #1 product's customer satisfaction.
Preparing a meal, it's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Drew's favorite season? It's seafood lanyap season, only at Walk-Ons.
Every minute is a mile, dear. Check, check, yeah.
In the Lake Charles and Baton Rouge areas, AdSource Outdoor is a great way to get your business noticed. Call us at 337-477-4470. Get spotted with AdSource.
For nearly 85 years, Merchants and Farmers Bank has provided dependable personal banking for Central and Southwest Louisiana. I saw your new boat last week, Chuck. Looks like fun. We have 8 convenient locations: checking and savings accounts, online bill pay, mortgage and personal loans, even a new app that allows you to take a picture of your paycheck and deposit it. Can't wait to see your kitchen remodel, Pam. Come in today to open a personal account. Merchants and Farmers, your future begins with our history.
All right, welcome back to Walk-Ons here. Round 5, we kick it off. Guidry, Hobbs, Sarah.
Yes.
It's been a lot of fun. We've covered a lot of ground. I want to get into a little bit of the Clemson Tigers. You know how much I like to talk about Clemson because I think for a while they're right up there with Alabama, but maybe not so much.
That's a pretty interesting story. Let's talk about Clemson.
Travis Etienne with 3 touchdowns, record
he was
career
a beast.
day over the weekend, and they needed him. They needed him
That kid
against
was
Syracuse, the former Jennings Bulldog star. But how interesting is this? Kelly Bryant, another quarterback story. He gets demoted, loses the starting job to a freshman quarterback, Trevor Lawrence. I'm transferring. I'm gone. He's not on the team anymore.
This was one of the big high profiles.
He's still on campus, though. He's still on campus.
And then they lose Lawrence to a head and neck injury, and then Dabo Sweeney has to put in like the third or fourth string guy.
Third string guy.
Kelly Bryant leaves the team. He's not on the team.
No, he's not.
But you know,
this is a crazy story.
No, let me tell you what happens.
That third stringer, and Dabo said this. He would start a lot of places.
I'm sure. He won the game.
He was a big-time high school recruit.
He's getting to be like Urban Meyer. He's getting all these
It's different playing on Saturdays than it is on Fridays.
And that's a good Syracuse team, too. Unbeaten that they beat. All right,
This is what happens, guys. This is what happens. Your team captain goes, visits with the guy that left.
Kelly Bryant.
And say, look, Kelly, for whatever reasons, it's just the competitiveness in you that you felt you should have been the starter. And we get that. But right now, guess what? You're still part of this team.
And as usual,
Dabo's not going to do nothing. It's going to be the players that go and get this kid. It's going to be the players.
You were dead wrong.
Oh, no. If he's going to come back,
dead wrong.
It will be the players that get him back. I promise you that. It won't be the coach.
Oh, he's not coming back.
Why you say
he could?
Why you don't think he's coming
back?
I
thought he was saying that they should have stopped him from ever leaving.
No, that's not what I said. No.
Okay, then you're
not luring back.
No,
but I don't know. I think it's a done deal. I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
I think you painted the picture of the injury a little worse than from what I've heard. He might miss one more game, but that's.
I think the latest report was going to be a neck strain.
Did you see the hit? That was a vicious hit.
Yeah. It was. I just think it's an interesting story with these guys saying, "I'm gone. I'm transferring." It wasn't Jalen Hurts.
No,
it was Kelly Bryant. Now, all right, let's move on. All right, around the SEC again for the 3rd straight week. The biggest surprise. The Kentucky Wildcats.
Yeah.
These guys are now number 12 in the country.
I don't know how big a surprise beating South Carolina was, but being 5-0, that is a shock.
I'm telling you.
I mean,
that's
that
never.
is a shock.
They've never been 5-0 when I played.
Kentucky was in the top 15 in football. SEC boy.
That running back. That running back is.
Come on, this is an interesting.
You might have
good.
to go back to 77.
Yeah. I mean, this is and of course Alabama routes UL.
Oh, 07, the year they upset LSU in Lexington.
Yeah.
You know, that was a good team at that time,
the Bluegrass
but
Miracle?
they fell apart. No.
Oh, okay.
They beat LSU. LSU
The Bluegrass Miracles. Okay, all right.
But I think they fell apart after they beat LSU that year.
Let me tell you the point you made when you mentioned Alabama and UL. Well, that was a route. But let me tell you why Alabama is so good. Alabama had third.
I thought we were talking about Kentucky.
Yeah, we were. But let me make this point.
We're talking about the SEC.
Third and 2, third and 3. Alabama. They've got running backs that's going to probably get drafted in the first 2 rounds.
Yeah.
They throw a 40-yard pass for a touchdown. It's 3rd and 2, Rick.
Well, look.
2 yards, Rick. You throw a 40-yard touchdown.
I know.
That's what you, Rick. That's a championship team. I'm not going to do what you think I'm going to do.
Well, that's Tua Tagovailoa.
He was up by 40 when he
No. This was the beginning of the game, Scooter. This is the beginning of the game, Scooter. It's 3rd and 2.
Kevin, who were they playing?
Oh, stop it.
Who were they playing?
Stop it, Scooter.
Don't answer me.
That's not my point. The point I'm trying to make is
the call.
They're going to light you up. It doesn't matter.
Does he do that against Georgia?
Yeah.
He wasn't playing Georgia.
Yeah.
No,
hey,
he's playing you
I got a question for you, Scooter. Answer this one. Did he do it in a championship game? Yes.
Yes, he did.
Yes. You just answered your question. Did he do it in a championship game?
It was 2nd and 20.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. No, you said 2nd and 2.
No.
3rd and 2.
The point I'm trying to make is
he trusts the young man.
Thank you, Rick.
All right. Speaking of lighting it up.
Scooter's being
let's
such a
shift to
curmudgeon today, man.
Acadiana lit
a
up
long
Barb.
week.
Acadiana lit up Barb.
Yeah,
all
that
right?
could happen.
Yeah, Acadiana.
Hey, can I say something?
They're back.
Acadiana's pretty good.
Yeah, they're back. All right, I don't know if they ever left, but they're back.
Acadiana's pretty good, Rick.
50-21. All right, so that race.
Acadiana's pretty good, man.
All right, so Barb, Barb will be a playoff team.
Yeah.
But again, the storyline locally still has to be Sam Houston. Now they thumped Como, but they're 5-0.
They did.
And October 12th, mark your calendar. It's going to be at Acadiana, Sam Houston. Now, that's their litmus test.
No doubt.
Rams
There's no doubt.
in Lafayette for Sam Houston. If they come back with a hard-fought win or maybe even highly competitive, this Sam Houston team could be something in the playoffs. That's Acadiana. I mean, on the
Sam Houston's pretty big, too. Sam Houston's got a pretty size.
Well, they got a great
Sam Houston Barb is going to be a big game.
You're right, and that's coming up. You're right about that. You're right about that. All right, and again, the Broncos
Barb is better than what they look.
Yeah.
They are. Acadiana's a good team. Make no mistake, they're a good team.
Here's some of the games of note. LaGrange at Sam Houston, district game. Remember?
That's going to be a good
LaGrange
game.
at Sam Houston. Iowa at Sam. We're all in district now.
Yeah.
Iowa at St. Louis this coming week. Welsh at Tough Jennings. Speaking of Etienne, Jennings lost their first 2. Now they're back to Rusty Phelps has them back to the Jennings of old. Washington Marion at Westlake.
District is always interesting.
Those are some of the interesting district matchups
in
high school play. I think the Bucks will turn it around.
Oh, they will.
Well, the biggest rivalry game, let's not forget, Barb at Sulphur.
That was a good team. Yeah.
Barb at Sulphur. And the Tours.
Sulphur's lost a lot of players. Sulphur has a lot of players that are injured right now.
The Tours have struggled. Now they've won a couple in a row. So that's the game, along with, that's going to be the game. That's going to be the game everybody put their eyeballs on.
It is.
All right. But October 12th, Sam Houston at Acadiana. We'll take a short pause. When we come back, we'll talk. I think we've got the girls of walk-ons coming.
Do we with the food?
Yeah, Ryder Cup.
I smell something. It must be getting close. I smell it.
Are they going to continue? Are they going to continue building that moat around the NFL quarterbacks? We'll see. We're coming back.
It's getting out of hand, Rick.
It's
getting so out of hand.
Every minute is a mile, dear. Check, year to year.
Enjoy a more reliable, responsible, intelligent, and connected indoor environment that easily adjusts to your preferences, no matter where you are. Uncompromising, unmistakable. Luxair. Get connected with a Luxair dealer near you by visiting luxair.com/solar supply.
Preparing a meal. It's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Drew's favorite season? It's seafood lanyap season, only at Walk-Ons.
On or off the field, training and experience matter. As a board-certified and fellowship-trained surgeon, Dr. Brett Cassio has the training and experience to help you get back in the game. Award-winning research, the latest orthopedic techniques, right here at home. Cassio Sports Medicine.
All right, welcome back to Walk-Ons, where we welcome the lovely girls
As always.
from Walk-Ons. It's our final segment of the show. We always like to show some nice goodies from the Walk-Ons menu.
It smells
we have
good,
Mallory
Rick.
and Holly.
I'm the closest to
I know
it.
you
It
always- you
smells
always
good.
Get that. You're
Smells
always
good,
the lucky
Rick.
one. All right, so Mallory, you have the one that's going to pack the pounds on you a little bit there.
Just a little bit.
Explain what you have.
That's
in
the
that
one I
thing.
always
This is
Yeah,
our
the pack the
jumbo
pound.
shrimp stuffed with cream cheese and jalapenos wrapped in bacon over a bed of corn grits
Wow.
with a side of sweet chili and a garlic bread.
Way to go.
Not only
pretty
tastes
good.
good, but it
Yeah.
smells good and it looks good.
All right, and
I
then
could take
Holly
one right
next
now,
to you,
really.
That has to probably be just about 110 calories, right?
Yes,
Something like
sir.
that. Maybe not that low, but it's
It's
pretty
pretty
low.
healthy looking over here.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what is that?
It's our sweet chili salmon dish. It is grilled salmon covered in sweet chili
Yes.
glaze, side of green beans,
Ooh.
and a side of garlic bread.
Yes.
Inside of what?
Garlic bread.
Oh,
That
all,
is.
all off the menu, always here at Walk-Ons.
Yes.
Again, if you want to pack them on like Hobbs likes to do, or you want to try to if you want to try to trim off 250 pounds of Kevin
Don't go there,
Guidry,
Rick. Don't even
you
go there.
for the salmon, right?
216.
Oh, that,
Been
you are-
there. I'll
Ladies,
get on the scale right now.
ladies,
216.
I don't weigh 216.
all
216.
does that look like 216?
216. Honest.
Come
yeah,
on,
I
Mallory.
see it.
Oh, yeah, all right.
I see
It's
it.
my girl.
Thank you,
My
ladies.
girl.
We appreciate
That's why
it.
they next to me.
Appreciate
Box
it.
that
The girls
up,
from
ladies.
Walk-Ons
All right.
with the goodies from
Box
the menu.
that one up for me.
That's.
Every time we get into that,
I don't
you
know why
trim
you
off
think
3
I'm
or 4
so.
pounds.
I mean, if you look at me, Rick, dude, what? I mean,
now what are you
who's-
modeling now?
Who's 250? Where? 250, 216.
I'm trying to build you up,
216, that's
son. I'm
it.
just trying to build you up.
216. That is it.
All right, let's get into some NFL talk here.
Yes,
The
let's
NFL
do that.
Competition Committee. All right, the calls on Clay Matthews over the last couple of weeks
That
were
was-
just
that was
ridiculous. all right?
pathetic.
Were ridiculous.
Pathetic is what
but
it
there
was.
was even worse. I saw one where the defensive player, I think,
threw
for
the guy
Tennessee
to the
Titans, got up, apologized, and helped the quarterback up. He barely hit him.
Still
and they
called
threw
the flag.
And then there was the case of William Hayes from the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah.
You hear
Well,
about
you
this?
know-
He tries not to get his weight
Yeah.
on the guy
Well,
and
wait.
tears an ACL.
It gets better.
He's out for the year.
Dominican Sue purposely threw the guy and fell on him. About that one.
Okay, so
They
What about that one?
They finally have gotten. They went through the ceiling.
Oh,
way
they
through
went.
the
They
season.
went through the
I mean,
class.
let's face it,
Scooter.
we've been talking about this for 20 years, a little bit more each
Yes.
year.
Yes.
You know, they finally jumped the shark
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah.
They
I
really
can,
did.
I can
But
understand.
they didn't
Rick.
change any of the rules.
Okay,
They're just
they
going to let the
can't.
referee. They can't. You're right.
Yeah.
They can't
But-
publicly. Now, you don't know
You're
what
right.
these refs are being told privately.
We don't know. But I bet you.
But really,
I bet
Let me
they
tell you
are.
something.
Why are they?
Let me tell you
why
something.
did these rules come into effect? Because they're scared of lawsuits.
Let me tell you something.
If you now back off, you're opening yourself up.
Well, they're
Let me
scared,
tell you
they're
something,
scared of
Rick.
losing quarterbacks, losing ratings, because the ratings are
Rick,
up in the
no,
NFL.
no, no.
Rick,
This
know-
goes beyond it. I understand. It started. The quarterbacks are our stars. We want
Got it.
them in the game.
Got to.
Hey.
Okay. But it went beyond that.
Way
it
beyond.
went
Rick.
beyond that to where they're scared to death of concussion lawsuits.
What you got?
This is what happens to football when you watch too much basketball. They have the Michael Jordan rule in effect now at quarterback.
All right. Well,
Okay? You figure it out.
all right,
That's what it is.
Some guys are going to get hit and some not.
That's what it
What
is,
I
Rick.
don't want to see. What I don't want to see. You know, the infamous play of Aaron Rodgers last year. What I don't want to see is a guy hitting the quarterback all force, picking them up,
Yeah.
and then
Okay.
driving them
I'm
out.
with you.
I'm with
I
that.
have no
I'm with
problem
that, Rick.
with
Intentional.
That
I am with
is.
that.
That's
That is.
intentional.
By the
I
way,
am-
this be a little. I'll be Kevin getting off track back to LSU. When Burrow scored the touchdown toward the end of the game, the Ole Miss kid got the penalty. What did
Yeah.
you think?
Kind of
Did
shady.
you see it?
No, I did not.
He got hit.
Kinda-
He crossed the goal right at the pylon.
Right.
Okay.
And got hit in the back and
Yeah.
kind of. He didn't really. I didn't
I
think.
saw,
it was
I
I
didn't
saw
think it
the
was
clip.
either.
I did
And
see
let
the
me-
clip. I did see
Uh,
I did see that.
But I do wonder, you know, I mean, he is a running back at that point. If he hadn't been a quarterback, I don't think they.
No, they
called
wouldn't.
that.
No, they wouldn't have scooted. And the thing is, you know, guys, when you're a quarterback, when you take the ball from center and you advance forward, don't you become a running back?
Well, that's what I just said.
You do.
Okay.
So that's the point.
Yeah. You do.
The point Scooter made is that shouldn't have never known.
The NFL
that's
is
illegal.
working behind closed doors, and they're going to get the refs under control, and you know they're going to mitigate this a little bit. We'll see.
It's getting out of hand.
I got to ask quickly. If you saw, he's a native of Beaumont, Port Arthur, Earl Thomas.
Yeah.
Breaks a leg for the Seattle. And you probably, if you follow the NFL, you know the story. He wanted a contract extension. They don't want it. He suffers a broken leg that's going to end his season for the Seahawks.
Yeah.
And he gives them the middle finger. Getting carting off the field, and he shoots the bird at Pete Carroll and not as players, but to Pete Carroll and the guys.
Are you sure it was Pete Carroll though, Rick? Are you sure it was Pete Carroll? Are you sure it was Pete Carroll?
Oh no, he was just shooting the bird at the Seattle organization.
Okay.
Pete Carroll probably kind of. I don't know if Pete Carroll wants him back or not. But Pete Carroll has some power within that team.
Not now.
Not now.
Not now.
I don't blame him one bit.
Not now.
I don't blame him one bit. You know how I feel about players.
I missed this memo.
Yeah,
this has been going on for years, Scooter.
To it?
Well,
this has been going on
give
for
him
years.
a contract extension. He held out. He wanted more money. Then he comes back and he plays without a new contract, without an extension, and he
and he gets hurt.
It blows up.
So he has no. He has no
I
guarantee.
just thought it was fun.
Has no
I'm all for
guarantee.
the players in that sense.
Yeah.
Ryder Cup. This thing might have been over maybe noon on Friday.
Could have been.
I mean, this is just. I didn't realize, but the Euros have won it 9 out of the last 12. I didn't realize it.
That many times?
9 out of the last 12. It's played every 2 years. I mean, look, they knew the course.
We just don't get it or what? I don't know.
Oh, and it did.
Boy, they just couldn't get anything going.
That course looked brutal.
They couldn't get anything. Tiger Woods 0-4.
Yeah.
Your boy Mickelson 0-8. I don't know. He lost everything. Nobody could get anything going.
I watched some of it, and I was just looking every time we were getting beat.
With Fury. Why do you put Mickelson in alternate shot when Mickelson is the only guy that can hit the shots from the places
I don't know.
He hits too?
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then, of course, drama with Patrick Reed, the Masters champ. You heard that? He tells the New York Times that the only reason I wasn't paired up with Jordan Spieth, and they make a good pairing apparently in past Ryder Cup, is because Jordan Spieth didn't want to play with him. So
Seriously?
Patrick Reed is constantly,
Wow, golfers don't do that. Huh? Golfers do that?
Yeah.
Golfers do that, man.
You want to be with your buddies. Really? According to Reed,
I got to read. This was from 4 years ago.
Quickly.
Dan Jenkins, the great golf writer, had the greatest tweet ever 4 years ago when the Europeans won in Europe.
Yeah.
He said, the Europeans are going to have a hell of a party when they all get back home to Orlando.
Great story. Thanks for watching again. Soundoff60. We'll do it all again next time, everybody.
Soundoff60 airs on Suddenlink Cable Channel 4 Monday through Sunday nights at 9 and again Saturday and Sunday mornings at 10. Soundoff60 also airs throughout Southwest Louisiana on Vive Broadband Channel 6 at 9 p.m. Check your local listings. Post your questions and comments for the guys and access our website and our great advertising partners at soundoff60tv.com.